All right, folks, this is going to be a quick one because I wasn't actually planning to make this video, but I thought it would be a good springboard into the rest of the series. The comments are in, the people have spoken, and the reasons that have been shared for why people are leaving Adventism came in fast, and quite frankly, they came in furious as well. So now, I just want to take a step back, look at what people are saying, and then we can have a clearer picture of how to move forward. If you stick around on this channel, then you're going to learn very quickly that I never shy away from questions about my faith, and I believe in engaging with people respectfully, because that's a lost art these days. Now, before I begin, I just want to be clear that when I rebooted my Adventism in 2012, since that time, I have already gone through the various issues that you are about to see. And I am settled that the teachings of the body of believers that I belong to is rooted in the Bible and most closely adheres to the teachings of Scripture. That is why I continue to be an active member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So, with that in mind, these are the reasons that people gave as to why they've either left the SDA Church or are considering leaving the SDA Church. And these will be the questions that we will answer together on this journey. All right, here we go. Number 1, they believe that Michael the Archangel and Jesus are not the same being. They believe that the doctrine of a God that is 3 in 1 is false. The mark of the beast is not Sunday. The 2300-day prophecy is false. The church is not accepting of the LGBT community. And interestingly enough, some people say the church is too accepting of the LGBT community. The doctrine of a heavenly sanctuary is false. There is no great controversy. The church supports abortion. The church supports vaccines. The church supports vaccine mandates. The Sabbath was for the Jews and not a part of the new covenant. Ellen White is a false prophet. The church has rejected Ellen White. The church is an apostasy. The church has abandoned the teachings of the pioneers. Satan is not the scapegoat of Leviticus. The 3 angels' message is not biblical. There is no investigative judgment or Day of Atonement. The health message is false. The church is lukewarm. We critique other churches too much, and Adventists are legalistic for keeping the Sabbath. So there it is. I'm sure there's more, but generally speaking, that's the comprehensive list. I don't believe in hiding questions, and I don't believe in hiding from questions, but I think we can all agree that this is a lot to cover, and cover it we will. But there's something very important that I want you to see today. I'm very big on trying to sort things out logically so that I can get a clear picture of what I'm actually looking at. And if you didn't notice, there are actually 2 categories of very different people that are expressing their displeasure in the SDA Church. One group thinks that people should leave because the church is an apostasy, because we are not holding to the doctrines of the Seventh-day Adventist pioneers. On the other hand, there's an equally vocal group that believes the church is an apostasy because the doctrines of the pioneers were false to begin with. One half thinks that the SDA Church is now in line with the teachings of other Protestant churches and that this is the source of apostasy. And the other half thinks that the SDA Church is an apostasy because we are not in line with the teachings of other Protestant churches. 2 sides, 2 different sets of reasons. As I said in our previous video, why are so many people leaving Adventism? Generally speaking, since the book Questions on Doctrines was released, there has been a rift in Adventism, and that rift has driven people to leave in 2 very different directions. 2 sides that are diametrically opposed to each other. 2 sides that, if they were in the same room, would probably fight each other. Well, they're both telling you to leave. And now that I think about it, if you're not a Seventh-day Adventist, I guess they're also telling you not to join. And you have to make your choice based on the weight of evidence. And I want to encourage you to search for yourself. And I believe that by God's grace, if we are sincere, He will lead us in the right path. In the next video, we'll begin the journey by looking at the accusation that Seventh-day Adventists are practicing legalism by keeping the 7th-day Sabbath. And if you watch that video, you're going to find out about another very dangerous ism that's being overlooked by many in the Christian world while they accuse Adventists of legalism. So if you're interested in joining this search and this community that we're building, then don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, this is a quick one, so that's it for now. But before I go, I just want to make one more point. Based on the tone of some of the comments that I've seen, I just have this left to say. Anger and ridicule is not evidence that you have the truth. It's only evidence that you're angry. God bless.